PSA to parents. Your children may be watching what they should not be watching. It may be a good idea to check and see who they're following, just to be safe.
Hello, Gavin. I know you're watching this. So I really thought the one video was gonna be able to speak for itself on the crap that Super Mario Legend, aka Extreme Mario, aka Super Mario 1, aka Firestorm the Dragon, aka Gavin, had done. I figured that was gonna be enough to just seal the deal, call it a day. Anytime someone had a question about where Gavin went or where Super Mario Legend went, I could send him that video and be on my merry way. But in retaliation to truth and facts and evidence being put out there, Gavin has done so much, advertently and inadvertently, to just go after me. And if you ask him, it will be that I was going after him, that I've been attacking him and harassing him, when really, all I've been doing is using my Threads account, because no one goes to Threads unless they have a reason to tell people where the new accounts are, because he constantly rebrands to try and run away from what he did. If that wasn't the case, there'd be no reason to have to change your name. So, yeah. He's trying to avoid the consequences of his actions, and it's not going too well. So, the second chapter in the Super Mario Legend saga started on my birthday. I was turning 28, snowed in for the day, so I was getting ready to party with some friends online, hang out, have a good time. When I see Gavin, Super Mario Legend, on my Instagram reels, I see him there doing the video that I showed you at the beginning that I had put text over. For some reason, and I know this for a fact, for some reason, Gavin decided to unblock me on my birthday, and I guess just expected things to be hunky-dory again, expected to try and come back and be friends again. The moment he did, because it was on that day of all days, I took that video, remixed it to post it. He immediately went locked down and ran away again. And I said, okay, you've proven to me that you're still making content. That's all I care about. Because here's the thing, Gavin. You're trying to spin and twist this as some attack or assault. The fact is, we just don't want you making content. At the very least, not making content geared towards children. You are dressing up as Mario. Kids are going to see that. And they're going to flock to you. And you know that. So, Gavin went into hiding again and locked everything down. Privately told everyone that I was going after him, blah, blah, blah. Telling people in different communities to just go ahead and block me. Not while stopping anything from his friend. I don't know if I'm going to call him a name or not, but I think if anything we should call this person Gavin Jr. One, because I don't want to give them any more attention than they deserve. And two, because everything they did may as well have been Gavin doing it anyway. Because everything this person has done to me is a direct reaction to what Gavin has done and what Gavin's doing. While Gavin was going around telling people to just block me and my friend Waluigi cheated, to just not have us tell our side of the story or they can see the evidence of anything, his buddy Gavin Jr. was sending me death threats. He sent me a death threat on my birthday telling me he was going to blah, 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 beat me up, blah, blah, blah. And I just said, you're a kid who doesn't know any better, go away. And it seemed like that was that for a while. Gavin locked down and I went on with my life. But that's when I noticed, a little over a month later, that Gavin did not give up. No, Gavin did just what we've been talking about. He made another account with another name and went back to making content. even made certain clips saying that certain people aren't to know my new name, and things like that, to subtly hint at people, don't share me around. So how did I catch wind of this new account? Well, he hit 200 followers! That and, after this situation, things have been a little bit more airtight around here on keeping tabs on Gavin, but you'll just have to bear with me for now. So, I go on my Threads account after seeing that Gavin came back under a new name, posted it, and said, this is his new account, The Extreme Mario. That's Gavin. Block, don't interact, don't follow, report, blah, 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 blah. And this is where Gavin has his meltdown. His fuse was lit, and it was simmering and simmering to the short end till he blew up. He went off all over his posts, his Instagram stories and things like that, saying I was attacking him and another content creator that you see I blurred the name out of. Because, little tangent on that, the content creator that Gavin mentioned, I will not be mentioning, we did have a falling out. I think the content creator is a creep. I think he's rude. I think he's annoying. And I don't want anything to do with him. But I don't keep tabs on him like I do you, Gavin. Because he was annoying. What you did is dangerous and a crime. That's the difference here. Now, that other person was a nuisance to my friends, and I took exception to that. That's the whole reason why. They were, long story short, a big nuisance to some friends at a convention and dragged them into his drama. Yeah, it's annoying. It's not grooming a kid. So I'm not going to keep tabs on him. We had our back and forth. That's that. Anyway, he then goes on to say that I'm an alcoholic, that I attack people, my impression in cosplay sucks, blah, blah, blah. And now I'll say this. That other content creator that I find is a nuisance is clearly friends or associating with Gavin. In that case, yes, you're in the wrong for associating with a groomer. But I can tell this because when that person and I had a falling out, he tried to throw the alcoholic comment at me too. Let's nip this one in the bud. I'm not an alcoholic. I drink for fun with my friends socially. And party with my friends with booze. I do drink. And yes, sometimes, half the time, I like to get drunk off it. I don't have to get shaky for my next fix. I don't have to go a day without booze to prove anything to anybody. I've not drank in a week because I don't need it. Now, sometimes when I go home, I'll have a beer. But I'm not some crazed junkie going through withdrawals. I'm not going to go into detail because these people don't deserve detail, but the long story short is my dad died of his alcoholism, and for a while I swore off the drink altogether because I didn't want to be like him. But I slowly realized as I became an adult that I wasn't going to let his actions and his bad choices ruin my life. So I drink. Now, one thing I want to mention is Gavin has seen me drunk plenty of times. Because he used to play Overwatch with me and Peachy Kitty Cosplay whenever I was drinking. He had no issues with it then. He thought it was funny. Called me Pillsbury Doughboy because I giggled while I was drunk like the character off the commercials. I don't have any bad tendencies whenever I'm drinking. No one will tell you that I do because I don't. I'm very respectful about it. I just do it to have fun, and I'm tired of that claim. Everything else is just bullcrap, just self-defense, name-calling, and blah, 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 just to make him feel better about the situation when he knows that he's in the wrong for it. Well, after I call out this new account and Gavin goes on his little tirade, I feel like, well, now I just have to keep looking out for new accounts until I get a friend request. The friend request is from Gavin Jr. telling me that I need to stop harassing Gavin, stop blah 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 blah, when I'm not harassing him. I am calling out whenever he changes his name and tries to make content again. That, again, can and will attract young kids. It is Gavin who keeps coming back because he's addicted to this. He is obsessed with gratification. He's obsessed with getting respect of how other people feel and think and view of him. And because of that, I feel like I have to withdraw something that I said in my last video. In my last video, I said I do not think that Gavin did anything with the minor in the video. I will be honest, after sitting on this and seeing how he acts and how he gets these cravings for attention and respect from others, I cannot confidently say I know what he has and has not done with that kid. Because that kid did everything Gavin wants from everyone on the planet. To sing his praises, tell him how awesome he is, tell him he loves him, and tell him he's his biggest fan and he loves everything he does. Because of that, and because I've seen how unhinged Gavin is to get that kind of feeling, I honestly cannot say with a straight face what he has or has not done. I unfriend Gavin Jr., and my other friend, Waluigi Cheated, kind of just took him from there. But I was more focused on Gavin. Gavin is the one that matters to me. This other person, Gavin Jr., doesn't matter. They're just a side character that Gavin threw out there. Though I will say I find it really funny that while Gavin Jr. has been death threatening me, while Gavin Jr. has been trying to harass me and threaten me, Gavin is out there telling other content creators that he's friends with, I need you guys to hurry and block Waluigi Cheated and have a rotten day. I need you to block those guys. Don't ask questions. So what does that lead them to do? Ask questions. I've gotten several testimonies. Here's one of them. Gavin was a part of a streaming group. And he became friends with this group shortly after the first video was made. And guilt-tripped them about their woe is me story about how he got kicked out of a friend group with no explanation. Then this all started happening, and everyone started asking questions. They came across my first video, and they immediately said, yeah, this is not a person we want to be around. So they kicked him out. They banned him. Good. This is why I do this. I have nothing to gain from still keeping tabs on Gavin and his actions. I have nothing to gain and everything to lose from doing this sort of thing, from drawing attention to it on my publics, because I am a comedy creator. I have no reason to throw my brand and content away or under the bus to draw attention to this, other than it is genuinely the right thing to do when it comes to kids on the internet. Because kids on the internet is already a bad situation as it is. So, after Gavin Jr. comes back and tries to beg me, and of course, Gavin's going back to the whole suicide baiting thing. You remember last video, he faked his death and just tried to get a rise out of us. This time, he's saying that me and others want him dead. Not true. And saying that he doesn't want to live anymore because, of course. That's why I have like 4 other accounts and channels that he's made since this point. I am still calling out different Gavin accounts, and I decide it's a good idea at this point to post the video itself on Threads and put it as the pinned comment, so everyone who comes across the account has full disclosure and has everything they need to know about the situation I'm talking about on my Threads account. This is where Gavin screws up again. which I know we're all used to that by now, but this is where Gavin has another oopsie. He comments under an alt account, Firestorm the Dragon. I didn't even know about this account. He comments under it, and he says, "Fine, it was me, alright? I'm the one who talked Gavin into grooming that minor. I'm the one that talked Gavin into faking his death. I'm the one that talked to Gavin about coming back whenever he was 18 to the kid." First of all, how do you dare someone to groom a minor? Second of all, if this really was a random person on the internet, how is he going to unalive you, as you say? Third, this was clearly Gavin. One look at the account and you can tell. It's the same stupid body type, same stupid lighting, same stupid lip sync video, same stupid Gavin. The kicker of this is because it was in another community, I didn't even know this account existed. Gavin literally had a get out of jail free card that he could have used to keep making content. Now, no, it wasn't going to be Mario content, but I didn't know about this one. But he threw it under the bus to try and get his Mario name back in the light. One comment back, and I say, "Gavin," I didn't even humor that it was another person. I just said, "Gavin, this is going too far. What your friend is doing is going too far. What you're doing is going too far. If you do not stop, I'm going to make a follow-up video, and I'm going to have to blast this on my actual TikTok with the 200,000 followers." 5 minutes later, didn't even bother to try and lie anymore. Just deleted the account again. This is the kind of person we're dealing with. And so I laugh that off and go back to work. Mind you, a lot of this is happening while I'm at work because I'm a grown man living my life. Take notes, Gavin. When all of a sudden, I get a message from Waluigi Cheated freaking out because Gavin Jr. is back, and this time, he's doxed me. He doxed me on his TikTok account. Now, it was to friends only, it was the wrong address, but he still attempted to dox me. Before all this, several concerned people in the community, that I will not be naming, have been sending me screenshots of this person, Gavin Jr., going around asking to find where me and Waluigi Cheated lived and report us to the police. This is how far this has gotten. And throughout all this, throughout doxing, death threatening, and harassing, Gavin is still standing by this person and is still telling everyone he can to unfollow and block me because he doesn't want the truth getting out. He's more concerned about stuff I have with evidence getting to other people than he is someone who's been death threatening me trying to find where I live. This is how insane this person is. This is why I had to make another video. Otherwise, I would just still be on Threads calling out whatever account pops up. But no, Gavin pushed it too far. And now, all I can hope is as much as my audience as possible finds this video and we can just blast him off the internet. I called the police, specifically to let them know about the address that was linked. And then I reached out to Gavin Jr., told him that's not my address, but now I am getting the police involved because you've gone too far. And I blocked him immediately after that. Done. Gavin Jr. decided to freak out to Waluigi Cheated, who he's been talking to this whole time. And for some reason, went ahead and said, "I don't care if Wario has all my information. He's a bully. He'll never win." And completely unprompted, just started doxing and leaking his own address, his phone number, his and his family's Facebook pages. He gives us all this information, and then what he does is says, go ahead and dox me now. And literally says within those messages, he wants us to dox him so now he can take legal action. No. So what I did instead, with the information he gave us, unprompted, unwilling to have, is called the police. Called his police. And they showed up to his house in the morning. And they had a big talk with his parents and the kid. Supposedly, what the officer said is that the kid's parents, Gavin Jr.'s parents, are going to keep tabs on his socials and what he's doing. And that's fine. He hasn't done anything. On the outside, on the public side of his accounts. What he's done since is put all of his posts to friends only and is trying to paint me as a bad guy, that I tried to get him thrown in jail, and is even trying to say that I'm trying to lock away everyone with a mental disability. Yeah, I'm ableist now. My brother is on the spectrum with Asperger's. I have ADHD. My sister has every physical and some bipolar handicaps that you could imagine. My stepdad has one leg. Waluigi, my best friend, his brother's on the spectrum. Way more than this guy. My other best friend, who I've known since I was 5 years old, has a learning disability and a speech impediment. But I am ableist now. So, let's see here. I have evidence of Gavin talking to kids. Evidence of Gavin begging kids at that child's school to help him reach out to him. Evidence of Gavin still harassing and claiming crap about me. Evidence of Gavin Jr. now death threatening me, doxing me. And their reply is, with no evidence, that I'm an ableist and an alcoholic. Now, I know this is the childish mentality that I was going to deal with whenever I hopped on the saddle again. I didn't want to. But Gavin keeps coming back. So, this, as of right now, is where things stand. My Threads account, at Have a Rotten Day, is going to be solely dedicated, as of right now, to blasting anything I find of Gavin, SuperMarioLegend, still being on the internet. As of right now, we do not see any other accounts that he currently has at the recording of this video. I have to specify that because later this afternoon he'll probably make another one. He has a few that we have found. We have 100% found his other accounts, but we cannot confirm that it is him because he doesn't have any content out. He has been reactivating his accounts. Now what that means is when you delete or deactivate TikTok, you have 30 days to change your mind before your account is gone forever. Gavin has been using those windows every chance he gets to delete the account whenever he's caught, and then after 10, 15 days, he will reactivate the account for about an hour and then take it back down. He's been doing that to save his accounts. His original SuperMarioLegend account with 14,000 followers, he still does this too. I caught it the other day. He's doing this just to keep the followers that at this point, half of them know what he's done. And if his account was up for more than 5 minutes, they'd probably all start unfollowing. But he doesn't care about that. All he cares about is the fame. All he cares about is the numbers. All he cares about is his obsession, his addiction to the internet. I find it funny that his only baseless claim on me is that I am addicted to drink when I have every evidence pointing to the fact he is addicted to the internet. He is terminally online. It's ridiculous. I want to just let it go. And hopefully, if I do this long enough, he will give up and actually stop. But clearly not. So I'm going to push on. My Threads account is where this story is going to keep going until it ends. Again, I have nothing to gain from doing this. The only reason why I do this is for people like the few testimonies that I've seen. Several people thanking me for showing them who he is, because he is lying and manipulating and hurting people. Several people have been lied to by Gavin, manipulated into thinking that we were some terrible people hunting him down, but all they did was find my one video, and that told them everything they needed to know. And if that helped people enough, then I feel like this situation has finally gotten important enough to be blasted on my real socials. So after this video goes up, I'm going to post about it on my main TikTok, Have a Rotten Day. I'm going to post about it on my Twitter account. I'm going to, one time and one time alone, post this situation full blast on what's been going on everywhere. And hopefully, because clearly Gavin won't walk away, but hopefully this will push the community to help keep him off, to not support him, to find out the despicable person he is. And if one person, just one person, gets informed by seeing this video how much of a piece of crap Gavin has become and is, then it was worth the hour I spent sitting here rambling into a microphone about it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry I had to make another one of these. I'm not going to post about this again unless something crazy like this happens. That was the whole point of the last one. I didn't want to make a second video, but I had to. So if something crazy like this happens, I'll make another. So, Gavin, keep yourself as in line as you possibly humanly can. Otherwise, for all my other socials, this is done. I'm not going to speak on this ever again unless something absolutely insane happens on every other social except my Threads account. My Threads account is specifically for this, because this isn't what you guys are here for. You're here to see me jump around as Wario and be funny. And that's what I want to give you, and that's what I want to do. That's the whole reason why I came here. To jump around and be funny. To have fun. If you have any information on where Gavin is or might be, or what he might be doing, or who he's hurting, you can message me. I check my requests often. But bring receipts and evidence if you possibly can. And, Gavin, this is the last time, the last friendly sentence I'll ever give to you. Please, just get off the internet. You could be doing anything else right now, but instead, you are panicking and crying over not being able to dress up as Mario over mistakes you made. Do not blame the child. Do not blame me. Blame yourself, take accountability, and accept the consequences. And the consequences are, people do not want you here. People do not want you dressing up as a child-friendly character that will obviously attract children. It's my last plea to you. Take it. Go away.